are arguably the greatest rapper to ever live.
Yep.
And I think that, I think that you entered some shit, and art was mishandled, and you are not viewed coming out of that the way that you should be viewed by the masses. It's not something that's just specific to you. It's happened to me. It's happened to Royce. It's happened to Black Thought. It's happened to Hove at one point. Not the mistreated, not the being mistreated by the industry, but I'm saying all of the greatest rappers in the world have experienced this, and you haven't resolved. You haven't
experienced
resolved
what
yours.
though? Like I'm trying to get an understanding of what you mean. Experienced what specifically?
This is already rarefied air, because I'm only talking about niggas that are of a certain ability to rhyme. That's number one.
And in the realms in which we walk. But when you
we
talk about
went through it, we went through it out of love and got chewed up. That's what I'm saying. Don't make it deep. We went through it together. Well, not together. I went through it first, and then you went through it, and we got chewed up, and we took hits from it, professionally, personally, reputation wise. They dragged our names through the mud, nigga. We're kindred souls. We are eye to eye here.
Joe, you never had it as bad as me. I know no other rapper in the industry, period. You know, I know a bunch of people. I know no one in the industry apart from people who got like literally raped, or from people who literally got fucked over, that had it as bad as Lupe Fiasco in the time between the Cool and the end of my record contract with Atlantic.
I wonder why you think that.
It's not a think. I mean the factual.
How do you conclude that?
I've had to have. There was a protest to get my third album out. A petition.
I remember.
To get that album out.
Right? I remember.
The last and final album, the fifth album, it took a hacker group, which was at the time fighting the Ku Klux Klan and the North Korean government, took time out to advocate on behalf of the release of my record.
I remember that too.
Nobody in rap has ever had that happen to them, period.
What, to have some powerful ass group come and fight for your rights?
Yeah, anonymous. Nobody's ever
had
that.
I know. I was shook in them niggas.
Right. So in terms of like, of course, the contract foolery and the shenanigans and all that shit, everybody's deal is gonna have some bullshit, and it all depends on how much you navigate and negotiate, how powerful your rebuttals and responses are. But in terms of just general, no nigga in the game can bring to the table in terms of getting, you know, having to fight the good fight and getting beat up about it as far as Lupe Fiasco, period.
I don't think
the president doesn't like me.
I don't think your story comes anywhere near my story. I think you are. Yeah, you a little misinformed, Lupe Fiasco. You went right because you went right to the tough years for you, which I remember. I remember the boycott. I remember you pump faking with the album. I remember you responding to everything Atlantic said about the release of your album. I remember Anonymous. You skipped over the hits.
Mm-hmm.
You skipped over classic albums. You skipped over a run that you had. So you can't acknowledge one side without acknowledging the other.
No, I've had there's great notice my only beef at Atlantic Records, and has always only been with three people. Craig Calvin, Mike Karen, and Mike Kaiser.
Okay.
Right, the rest of the building, beautiful. Julie Greenwald is an amazing executive and a wonderful record executive, and in some cases a wonderful person at that. Like very supportive. Marsha is amazing. The whole staff, from promotions to radio to regionals, like Atlantic Records.
How do you have a beef with Kaiser?
Huh?
How do you have a beef with Kaiser?
Because when I had pneumonia, a lot of what people are dying from right now with this COVID-19 situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I had pneumonia at the end of the Cool tour. And I was instructed by my doctors, like I could have died. And the doctors told me, you can't fly, right? And you know, it wasn't me punt faking. It's like I couldn't. The doctor said if you get on a plane, you might die. So Mike Kaiser was the dude who had the link at BET. So everybody has their position at a label for a various reason. They might have a link to MTV. They might be the man at this, the man at that. So Mike was the man at BET. So him and what's the bald head dude name at BET?
The bald head dude at BET.
What's his name? The head of BET, not Deborah.
Oh, you talking about Steven? Steven.
So they were doing fucking Spring Bling, bullshit ass Spring Bling. I think not Kick Push. Something was popping. I think Superstar was popping, and they wanted me to go to Spring Bling down in I think Panama City or Daytona Beach, whatever the fuck it was, to do Superstar, just that song and leave for their Project Runways, whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, yo, my doctor told me not to fly, man. You know, like no disrespect. You know, I love BET. I fuck with it. And I guess Kaiser and fucking Steven had their little powwow. This nigga Kaiser called me, tell me, if you don't get on the plane and fly down here to Spring Bling, BET's not gonna play anymore your music or your videos.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one.
But wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
nigga,
that's my point about you, man.
So Pete Gang. So it's like you want me to risk my life to fly down to Daytona Beach to do one song, and that's it. And if I don't do it, you're not going to support or play any of my music.
I quickly learned that that's how this works.
Yeah, so I don't fuck with Mike Kaiser. That and for other reasons. I don't fuck with Craig for deeper, darker, dirtier fucking reasons. And the same thing with Mike Karen. But that's just three specific people.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting Mike Karen.
Hey. Anyway, but I'm past
I don't feel like a nigga with the hits that you have is allowed to really do that.
Do what you mean?
Because on the radio side's perspective, they've already spent X amount of dollars getting the song where it needs to be. It's the old days, so they probably did the same on the video. They serviced it, timing, all of this bullshit. You know the routine. So no, they don't care about us. And BT definitely was gonna tell them, nah, we're not doing that if you don't get down here. That's how the business works. I hate the business of it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works. Because they don't really give a fuck about the artist or our actual well-being. Like, but you too dope to still even give them that part of your soul. That's how I feel. I feel that was so long ago. Nigga, we on Street Fighter, we on Ninja Swords, karate, we on so much other holistic shit. Your mind is like so much greater than even having the time to retroactively look at some shit, man. That's how I feel.
But I'm also petty, and I also know that the damage that niggas did is legacy damage. You know, I know niggas tried to fuck my life up physically, etc. Right, in other ways. So, and I still had niggas spreading rumors about me to this day about promoters who didn't want to book me for shows over what niggas was doing. You know, so remember my first album leaked. Who did that? We still don't fucking know. Right? So I mean, it's shit that's like, yeah, and to be honest, it's certain shit that I leave alone. You know, I just keep it moving. But I also need to, when I see shit that's like fucked up, and I know that artists are still gonna have to be artists and they're still working within a certain system that's fucked up. It's good to give people that other side of the story and that heads up, like that nigga that you fucking with is a snake. Like, I know you're gonna get money and you're gonna win, and you're gonna get on the radio and you're gonna get famous, and you're gonna buy a house and you're gonna da 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 da. But remember, that nigga that you fucking with is a snake, right? And you might be getting show money, but then how does that nigga have more publishing on your songs than you do?
Oh, you talking now?
Yeah, how is the CEO of the company gonna have more publishing on your song than you do? So how you supposed to get paid in a legacy play? Because eventually the shows are gonna slow up.
Well,
right?
and that's kind of why we need your voice as a beacon of light to be shined upon some of the newer acts, Lupe.
Yeah, but you gotta let me shit on these niggas sometimes. You can't just call me bitter because I'm shitting on the niggas who fucking the game up. Steve Stout said the game needs to change, right? I watched a little piece. He's like, this need to switch, this need to switch. Nigga, I was there when the niggas let Spotify in the building, right? And I was one of the first niggas with Spotify on my computer, right? And I seen the shit, and niggas talking about music needs to become a utility, like you pay a water bill, you pay a music bill, et cetera, and drop the price of a song from 99 cents to less than fucking a fraction of a penny.
I was there for the 360 birth.
I was there with the three niggas thought my 360 shit. They gave me my 360 deal when I was in recovery for pneumonia. Craig Cowman I'm laying in a fucking hotel room with a bottle of Promethazine and some Tylenol 3, and this nigga sitting on the side of the bed with a fucking look like a menu from Denny's with all of the bill points on it with my picture on that shit. So I mean, if you really truly want to change the business, like the conversation you and Steve had, which was a great conversation. Other than that point, you see, I ain't say shit else. Then you gotta point out the people that ain't shit, that's hiding behind the success of other people, right? That's really fucking the game up. They really are the reason that the game is fucked up. Lior is a big part of the game being fucked up, and how niggas move and how niggas getting fucked over, and you know, like just a genuine what they call it? Like they don't, like you said, they don't really give a fuck about the well-being of the artist. Well, when are they? And what's gonna make them do that?
Well, right? Lupe, we're kind of witnessing the same thing between us as a population and the U.S. government.
In what way?
They don't give a fuck about us as a people.
Now you're stranded in the territory where it's like, again, that's not the case for the USC. When I say Atlantic Records, I say Craig Cowman, Mike Karen, Mike Kaiser. I don't say the whole fucking building. When it's time to like really break it down and get into the nitty gritty of the conversation, who did what, as well as Leo Cohn. But I'm not throwing the whole fucking building under the bus. My picture's still up there on the wall.
I know.
You know, for good reason. You bring 14 Grammy nominations and a Grammy into the building, and you sell 3, 4, 5 million records. You know?
See, and that's why niggas like me, Lupe, feel like you can't really feel like you feel. And I've said this to all the niggas that have had a much better career professionally than I have. Like, y'all niggas was rocking. At some point, you was playing the game the right way with cooperation from your label. That never happened to Joe.
Joe. Ever. Bro, who put Kick Push on the radio?
On the radio. That was you.
We did that.
Yeah, I know.
Who called WGCI?
Wait, stop right there. Who continued to finance Kick Push?
Stop. You getting into something. Who put Kick Push on the radio?
You did.
We did. First and 15th Productions. Right? Who called WGCI, which was giving Kick Push about 200 spins a week, and told them to stop playing the record?
I don't know.
Craig Cowman.
Okay.
Personally called. How do we know that?
That's my next question. Let's do it.
Because the PD at the radio station was on our friends. Do
we know why?
So in the meeting that Craig had about that, once it got out, right? They said, well, why he got confronted with the shit like, yo, you know, the PD of GCI reached out to us and told us that he got a call from you that said to slow down or stop playing the song. So the niggas in the all the A&R staff was there. Niggas couldn't believe it. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Asking Craig, why would you do that? Right? And he said so he could give the label more time to catch up.
I was gonna guess that.
That's crazy.
Or smart.
No, that's not smart. That's crazy. Because every A&R in the room was like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you slow down a record?
I can answer that.
Why would you actively slow down a record as opposed to meeting the record where it is? It's not hurting anybody. You know why he did it?
Yes.
You know why he really did it?
Oh, no.
Because he didn't have nothing to do with Kick Push.
Okay, well, that exists in the corporate world too, though.
From an equity position. He didn't have any publishing. He didn't have any royalty rights. He didn't bring the producer. He didn't have anything to write it. He had nothing to do with it. You know what they did?
What?
They flew down to the Philippines to find the woman who we sampled the record from and bought the entire record from her. So they actually own the song that Kick Push is sampled from. That's what they did. You like that? I could do that with Listen, I could do that with Superstar.
But Lupe, wait. Slow down, man.
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. But I could do that same conversation with Superstar. I could do that same conversation with Show Goes On. I could do that conversation with Battle Scars. Like the conversation around Battle Scars is so fucked up.
But wait, I'm about to sound like a real Republican right now.
Do it. Do what you gotta do.
All right. Oh man. All right. But Lupe, isn't that smart?
It's genius. Joe,
Yo, that is
listen.
That is some genius shit.
On some gangster shit. They don't Atlantic doesn't double dip, they triple dip. It's fucking genius.
That's hard, Lupe.
It's cold blooded.
Yeah, that's hard.
Don't get me wrong. Trust me, Joe. I'm from the streets. I'm a street nigga for real. The shit's genius.
Yeah, that's some ill shit.
Grow it, sell it, and own the pawn shop that niggas are stealing the TVs and selling the shit back to you so you can sell, nigga.
That's a cold game. That's a cold game. Hey, but wait. See, but listen now, and this is why I'm against you, because what I've learned is to have a good business partner and an effective business partner, they need to be as invested as you in some shit.
Joe, how big was my...
Let me talk. I let you talk, Lupe. Hold up. Let me talk. I let you talk.
You talk a lot, Joe.
Huh?
I said you talk a lot.
Listen, they need to be as invested as you. So yes, they went and bought the sample and now they own the record and you're on the label. But after that, they damn sure made sure that that record went. It went and it flew. Acknowledge that part, Lupe.
Acknowledge what? Yeah, I mean, when you're on the road promoting it, like, I mean, the artist's still doing it. And then it didn't fly as much as you thought it was because niggas weren't playing it. So that's when you got to do the radio shows and do songs for free and do all of that other shit to get the song on the radio. It's not just the labels investing money to go do this, nigga. I'm in the car with the regionals driving around to the little stations and stations.
Lupe, you talking to me. I have had executives stop records just because they already had too many records in the marketplace.
Yeah.
They didn't go buy a sample. They just stepped on records that I attempted to put out on my own. They never backed it. They never doubled back to fucking invest in it. I've had records that I felt like were huge, would catapult my career as a 23-year-old in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That ended up having to be mixtape records because I didn't have support.
Right.
Actually, I was getting resistance from my record label. Yeah. You telling me about your success.
Oh, Joe, but success comes at a price. So even as a mixtape nigga, Kick Push came out when I was a mixtape nigga, Joe. I already had a deal. I had a deal since I was 19. I was on Epic Records first. Then I was on then I was on Aris the BMG.
More wealth, more
Right.
wealth. Yo,
No.
wait. You had Jay-Z come out and say, I think Lupe Fiasco is the best rapper ever. You had that as a new artist. I will not let you preach this to me. I was there.
Because I put in the work. I put in that mixtape work. So how do you think I feel when you walk into a building with all of that legacy? We came to Atlantic. Again, that's why I asked you how big was my budget. I didn't need a budget from Atlantic. Our budget for food and liquor was $100,000. But food and liquor was done before we even bought it into the building. Food and liquor was my demo tape. It was already done with Jay-Z attached to it, all that shit.
Yeah, nah, you was the man, man. I ain't trying to
So,
hear that shit.
right. So no, I put in the work. So when you come to when you do all of the work, it's already prepackaged. Imagine as soon as you bring it in, it's just a go. You get a nigga who's upset they ain't got publishing on your singles. So he's stopping them.
Don't even let me get into that. You
Right.
had most of your pub.
See, peak game. No. Peak game. You felt that you had a song that was big, right? And you took it to the label, and the label's like, you felt you had one, right?
I felt like I had a few of them, but yeah.
Right. You felt it, right? Nigga, we came into Atlantic with Battle Scars. The shit had already went like 8 times platinum in another country.
Mm.
You know what niggas told us? You know Mike Kaiser, what these niggas was on the phone saying to us?
Give it to me.
We think that the dude on the song you with, he seems kind of like it's like you're doing a song. It's gonna make you look kind of gay, because it makes you look like what was that dude who had won America's Idol? What's that nigga's name? We just don't think it's a good match.
Common again.
Yo, the song is already selling. It's already selling.
Your fans
already got plaques for it.
Your fans are hurting my feelings with the way that they speak about my Wi-Fi. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is tricks.
Yeah,
right. So, but here's the difference. We're gonna try and get Joey back. Let's see if we can get Joey. Adam Lambert. Yeah, they said it was like I was doing a song with Adam Lambert. It's like, what? I need to find Joe. Joey, if you're there, send me the ting ting. All right, here we go. Jay's back.
Is this better?
Yeah, you look.
Is it better? Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see your Wi-Fi is still trash, man. You need to step up.
I don't know what's going on with BIOS. I don't know.
So Joey, Joseph, you had feelings. You felt that this was a hit. Mm-hmm. Nigga, we came in with spins already, with plaques already. I already had multi-platinum plaques that were obsolete by the end of the month because we had already did another 2-3 times platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you come into the building with that and you hand that to the label and say, hey, the video's already shot. You ain't got to pay for shit. And Sony, the guy who did the song with, they'll do all the footwork. You ain't got to do shit. You just need to release. Just sign a release. Take this free money. This free success. Right? Okay. You know what the niggas told me? It's like you're doing a song with Adam Lambert. It just doesn't feel right.
Okay. I've heard that before.
Right? So when you come in with plaques, it's a difference from like, I think this shit might work. This shit is hot. Y'all niggas hating on my style. They don't give a fuck about that. Bars, what you think, how good or bad I can rap. Nigga, I bought you, when you niggas don't respect the creative, artistic expression of music, all you care about is stats and money and your percentages. Even when you bring them niggas, they stats, they money and they percentages, is still gonna find a problem to keep you down. And
that's what I figured out. That's what I figured out too, Lupe. That's why I retired and got the fuck away from these niggas.
Yeah, but I didn't retire. I still want to rap. I still want to make music. I want to find a space that I can make it. I still do. But I don't care about selling records.
Have a blast with that tortured shit. Fuck that.
I mean, but you know I do other shit. I got companies in other countries and all type of shit.
I know. Listen, you far from a dummy, goddamn. I never thought that you was doing bad.
When they first did the 360 shit, you know what I told Lior? Lior didn't know we had and you probably didn't know, nigga, we had a label deal at Atlantic.
See, look, more privilege.
Look at that. The label deal. We didn't have
privilege.
like just a regular ass Lupe signed to Atlantic. I was never signed directly to Atlantic Records. Why would I do that? Right? When I sat and had my renegotiation contract with Lior, what did I ask him for? When he wanted a 360 deal, I said, fine, take it. But what do I want?
You didn't ask for your masters, did you?
Of course I did. What did he say?
Get out of my office. He
said, what do you want him in, like a suitcase so you can carry him around with you?
Listen, man. I don't have anything to say, man.
I know.
I don't have anything. But I don't have anything to say because you're just talking about the record business. This is the record business.
I know, but again, even with that said, that's not the case with everyone and everywhere. That's not the case with every label. I was trying my damnedest to get to Def Jam. My damnedest. Why? Why? Why?
Lupe.
Ask me why.
Why?
Because I would rather a black man do it to me than a white man.
We got to really get ourselves out of this oppressed state, honestly.
You hear that though?
And we got to, no, that's why I'm saying this to you. And we really got to start looking at the music business, or we started to already, but we got to continue to start looking at the music business as modern slavery. Because that's sad.
It's not sad. I'd rather, when I got to act, who all got plaques for the cool?
I do not know, but you had to pay for them, whoever got them.
So I sent a plaque to Def Jam.
Okay.
Because I felt that, what's that bar?
I didn't hear you.
Who was running LaFace? L.A. Reid?
Yeah.
So I came up through L.A. Reid when L.A. Reid was CEO at Arista, right? Before he got the boot. And I genuinely actually, and my whole team, we genuinely loved L.A. Reid. Like even all of the shit and all of the record man shit, we still fuck with dude because at least dude was a straight shooter. He'd tell you that shit was trash. I sat and watched him tell niggas just shit was like, I can't do nothing but respect that. Craig, I can't respect that.
Yeah, that was my experience with L.A. Reid. We've since made peace though. I love L.A. Reid.
See? I sent L.A. Reid a plaque for the cool.
Okay.
Him, Karen Kwok, that whole side of it.
Good old
Love Karen Kwok, right?
Karen was efficient.
Beast.
She was nasty. She was good. She was dope.
And niggas like, why would you send L.A. Reid a plaque for the cool? And I was like, because I respect L.A. Reid. And the shit that I learned under his tenure over at Arista, the mistakes and shit that we made and all of that shit, I felt that dude, even at Atlantic, was still my CEO. And I felt like without an L.A. Reid, it wouldn't be a Lupe Fiasco.
And you felt like you would have had a better shot at Def Jam with L.A. Reid at the helm.
Nope. I think it's a roll of the dice with anybody. who knows what the fuck is gonna happen, right? I would just have rather a black man did it to me than a white man.
But how about no man?
That's impossible. You still need a team.
No, you're not. No, you're not hearing me then.
You still need a
Yo,
team.
I feel so bad for so many of my brothers, man.
Why?
Jesus. Cause y'all don't hear it.
Hear what?
The flawed logic. Lupe. Yes, you need a team.
Yeah, you need a team.
What is that? What does that have to do with? We're not volunteering to be fucking slaves, and then they give us a team. To your point earlier with the Leor talk, no, we're not going to continue to build things from scratch and then ask Massa for permission to have it or when to use it.
Right.
So
I mean,
what
if
are you
you,
telling me?
if you, if
No,
you,
and then wait, let me finish. Please let me finish.
yeah,
Because back to my original point of me thinking that you are too great of a resource, an asset, and a tool, and there are people out there that need more accessibility to you. My end point is right in line with that. Your goal or your purpose may be a little bit greater than whatever you keep spewing to me about why you need a team. I don't think you really understand who the fuck you be. And every time I talk to artists like you, I'm not going to name any names, but it's a few of us that have been conditioned to not really know who the fuck we be. I hear that. At the end of every talk, I hear the constant need for why we may need X, Y, or Z, or this person, or I'm waiting for this, and if I need this, and if I had this, and if this person did this. Do you know who the fuck we be? Like what
yeah,
is
I
what
hear
you
you,
saying to me? Hold up,
Joe.
what you
Joe, I
saying to
got
me?
Joe. Joe.
Let me talk. What you saying to me sound like Spanish. It sound like French. It sound like some shit I don't understand. We've
Joe.
seen too many
Joe.
movies. I
Joe.
can't
Hold on.
finish my point. I
Yeah,
can't finish my point. You
I'm listening.
cannot
Go ahead.
listen and talk. Let me just say my point.
Go
We've
ahead.
seen too many movies for years and years and years of our plight in the music business.
Right.
We've seen it. So when I hear it from you, maybe I'm numb or thick-skinned to it. You went through it, I went through it. Every nigga I talked to went through it. Every group before us has gone through it. Nothing has changed because nobody bothered to change it. So here we are today with niggas like me, you, and so many others who now have technology on our side. We got our own money now. We don't need we don't need their capital. Like, now is the time. This is the very small window that creatives have to change the fucking world. And you niggas want to cry about what the fucking white man did to us in the game that we volunteered to be in because we didn't know any better? Do you know who the fuck I be?
Yeah, I came in with a black dude. So first of all,
Yeah, but you
I can't speak on.
signed. You had a partnership. You know what
I
I'm
can't.
saying, Lupe?
I know. I hear what you're trying to say, but I'm different. Everybody's situation gonna be different, right? I came in from the streets with street niggas, right? And around, I say 2014, I'm still on Atlantic, right? 2014, I'm still on Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
Who are my friends, Joe? Who am I connected with? Who do I hang out with? Who do I talk to on a daily basis?
I'll say nobody.
No, I'm talking to niggas who run the world. I'm talking to CEOs and mayors and fucking. Let me switch hats. This shit right here happened in
But wait, I thought you
2014.
meant at Atlantic. You mean period?
I'm talking about in life, period.
Okay, got it.
I'm sitting at Atlantic having conversations with CEOs of companies, the CEOs at Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And on my speed dial, I'm not other rappers, other production companies, but like niggas who run the world. Like when I got inducted into the Crown Fellows, everything changed. The way I think about things changed. What mattered, what didn't matter. Niggas who rich, wealthy, powerful, run this part, run that, da 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 da. So my trajectory out of the business is just a little bit different, right? A little bit different. I stopped giving a fuck about music in 2008. This is a hustle. Once my business partner went to prison, I knew we weren't going to be able to sustain in the business. Period. So you got to think about other things that you can do. I got my record deal when I was still in high school. So I never went to college. So at one point, that was all I had. Right? In the midst of me doing the music and some other shit, you get introduced to other pieces of the world, you get introduced to other opportunities. You recognize that it does take a system. If you want to do, at one point in the music business, you had to be a part of a team with a back office. You weren't doing that shit by yourself. When I was there, it was still pressing up CDs, nigga. It was still tapes. My first single came out on a tape. Nigga, not on Spotify, not a stream. My shit was on tape, nigga. Right? So I don't know how to make no fucking tapes. So you need somebody that they were still doing manufacturing and distribution deals, right? You don't need a manufacturing deal right now. Who manufactured what? Exactly. So when you sitting on paperwork, we're still talking about if so many CDs get broke in shipment, so many tapes get damaged. Nigga, if that's in your paperwork, it's a completely different situation, right? But at the same time, too, I started Sosa. What did I recognize that the music business was missing to fight against the Craigs and the fucking Mikes and the different niggas, right? Trying to lock niggas out the studio and record plant and shit like that. I was like, we need a union, right? So I called every nigga that I know in the business, Talib Kweli to Bun B to the niggas who run core DJs to the niggas who this, the niggas who do that. I called Smack at URL, asking niggas advice like, look, we need a union. We need it right now, right? Because if Wale deal fucked up, then nobody in the business need to be rapping, doing those shows, doing shit until Wale deal get right. Right? If that's the power niggas say that they got. If niggas want to use it and exploit it. Right? Nigga, I've been doing that shit for like 6 years. 7 years. Right? We need collective bargaining. Because unless we got that, ain't none of this shit gonna work. We need
see why we need you. You need to be our Chris Paul, the head of our union.
Sosa's already here. We call each other IT, move around. Niggas is already in it.
Okay, well you need.
Guess who didn't want to be in the shit?
Who?
Because I asked you, nigga.
You asked me what?
Joe, you want to come and be a part of Sosa, nigga? You need to jump down on the social shit. Yo, let me figure it out. Let me see what it.
Yo, I hate when niggas attack my short-term memory, man. Okay. I do remember that.
Do you remember that conversation, Joe?
I remember that quick exchange.
Yeah.
I think I needed a little more information as to what you were attempting to set up, because you preaching the same shit I've been preaching for a long time.
We needed something.
We need expansion. Sosa needs to recruit.
We needed something that wasn't based on business, because you had too many lawyers and too many managers that already had their hands in niggas' pockets, and they weren't gonna go against their management. Yeah. We needed something that wasn't based on subjectivity, because you think my shit is hot, or you think I'm dope, or you think this song is dope, or whatever. You couldn't do that because that shit was too slippery, right? Bunch of niggas were sitting in a circle talking about their shit is hot, and nobody cared. We needed something objective, so it had to be based on academics. So what did I do? I went to Harvard. I went to MIT. I went to almost every top flight school that I can get into, and talked to every professor that I could talk to in the language department or that dealt with hip hop in any way, and brought them into the fold and said, can you help us build a curriculum and a program for rappers?
How many rappers are a part of this?
Right now, there's about 30.
It sounds to me like you've been hoarding information.
I ain't been hoarding shit. Go back through my IG. Look how look at who Black Thought's an IT.
See, Lupe. This is
King
gonna
Los.
happen.
King
Listen
Los
to
is
me.
IT.
Oh, Los is another one. I'm sure Los is IT.
I asked Bun B 5 years ago to be the president.
What'd he say?
He's like, let me think about it. I talked to LL Cool J. Nigga, I've been on, trust me, I ain't been fucking around, Joe. I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not just sitting around out a white man keeping me down shit. Like, I'm not that nigga. Period.
Okay. I got to check. That would hurt my soul.
You feel me? So don't get it twisted, Joe. Lupe Fiasco's been out here putting in the work. Once I realized that my career was a rap, which it is, I can still go on tour though. Like, don't get me wrong. I make my money from going on the road, be on tour. I could go rock a fucking college, for real, right?
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna sell out no motherfucking stadium.
But you know why I appreciate you? Because you'll pop out and remind niggas hey now and again.
I clean niggas clock on this rap shit. Don't get it confused. I get into my bag, I'll fuck any nigga up on any given Sunday, and I can still turn around and push out a hit if I really wanted
to. Talk about it,
right? So, Joe, that's what I've been doing, right?
All right.
When I make a statement like, I'd rather a black man do it to me than a white man do it to me, I fucking mean that. I'm not just saying that out of some oppressed mental mind state. Nigga, my last album has the currency for the slave trade on the cover of that shit. Like,
Lupe.
Yes, Joe.
Let's let your movement be more inclusive.
You gotta start with a strong foundation. You just can't have any and on everybody. You gotta have niggas that's down for it. Most niggas don't want to sit in a circle and talk about metaphor theory and communication theory and what's the difference between a symbol and a logo.
My favorite thing to do is to sit Indian style in a circle and talk to people about theories. I've just been doing it with bartenders.
You funny. All right, so then let's do it. This is what we're studying right now, cognition. It's called the literary mind, the origins of language and of thought and language. Got this from a couple professors up at MIT. We've already went through one course of this at SOSA. If anybody's out there on Joe's shit that raps and want to go deeper, you got to build your foundation off of something that's solid.
Now, where y'all studying? Where y'all studying this? Because I want to read it.
We do a conference call.
When?
We've been doing them. We did them. We haven't been doing them as of recently because one of our apprentice. We do apprentice classes, and they were doing their first year of apprentice class. They do a call every week. We study rap history. We study metaphor theory. We study language theory. The foundation of anything that has to do with poetics.
This ain't something that I got to be like jumped into, right? Y'all don't have like an initiation process.
There's an application process, for sure. And there's midterms and finals. We play games. We play rap chess. We do all kinds of shit.
Lupe, listen, y'all play chess without me. But when y'all are having this cognitive meeting, I would like to be a part of that.
It's rap chess. We play battle rap with a chess clock.
Yo, this nigga needs a doc. You were so interesting to me.
I'm not one of them niggas, Joe. And we could talk about this offline, but I'm not one of them niggas. Don't put me in that box.
No. I've taken you out of it. You've never been in it. You're not in that box. I appreciate you. I love you. I want to be on the cognitive call.
Look, you got to get the book though, because we ain't just have niggas on the call talking about nothing. It's the literary mind. We can start from here.
I want the book.
Written by Mark Turner.
No, listen. Today, later on, text me, man, because I want a copy of that book. I'm serious about that.
Niggas on Amazon right now. I'm not buying the shit for you. Shit probably like $3 right now. Get the book, nigga.
It's $3.
Get the book, and they got the Kindle version, so no excuses. Get that book.
Okay.
Read that shit. We talk about it.
Well, take a picture of the cover and send it to me then.
Yes.
I can get the book.
Yes, Joseph.
Thank you. Goodbye, Lupe.
Bye, Joe. See? So anyway, any questions? I know I'm finna lose these 7,000 because I know at least 7,400 and something odd of these people are from Joe. They definitely not from me. So I'm gonna wait till this counter goes down significantly, so we can get down to some normal Lupe Fiasco style level of audience, folks. So we can get back to our dumb shit, our Taipei, Saipaith, Kaipaith, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? My phone's about to die though. Anyway, where we at? Vita Perkins. Yeah, don't get it confused. Don't let the smiles and the kick push and the other shit fool you and the whining. I'm one of the realest niggas walking these streets. For sure. Believe that. On all levels. Whichever way you want to take it. From this industry shit to the street shit to the hood shit to the power shit to the political shit to whatever. Like, I know I joke a lot and you may not like me, you know, I might like my songs or how I move or how I do business, but I guarantee you don't have a full grasp of the information. And once I start laying out the facts to you, niggas tend to change up real quick. And I try not to put that in people's faces or anything like that. For me, it's just an educational situation. And niggas that know me know I ain't got that many enemies. I ain't got that many problems with people. I keep it 100% chill. But it's certain people where it's like, yeah, them niggas ain't shit with a straight face. And, you know, their records have proven that to be the case. And every opportunity that they've had to kind of not do that, like actually do better for themselves. I mean, it may take them a few years to get it done. But in the meantime, a lot of these niggas ain't shit, man. That's why I say Cuddy ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. But I know him a part of the same like program and come from the same kind of musical space and time. You know, I don't have beef with Cuddy, but I feel like Cuddy owes me an apology. Because he did some sucker fuck shit. And every nigga that I've ever had beef with, we've come to an understanding or some type of conclusion. And I know too many niggas in Cuddy's camp that know me directly, that niggas weren't able to squash that. And so I just let the shit go. I stopped worrying about the shit. I wasn't even thinking about it. But anyway. Anyway. All right, let's just get back to our normal every day. Again, just want to let y'all know Soundtrack is doing great. Or he's doing okay. He's doing much better. I talked to him for a little while earlier. I didn't want to put out the extent of his condition, how bad it really was, but he was really in a fucked up spot. And we really appreciate you sending your love and your support to my bro. So he is doing much better. What you mean? Why, dude? What you mean? Hold up, cuz. Let me do my thing.
Oh wow,
Molly, what's up, bro?
how you doing, brother?
I'm good. IT, how you?
I'm blessed, man. I just got the end. I just got the downswing of the conversation. So that was that's what is IT's called Luthos. I don't think Joey was really ready.
No, that's what I told Joe. I fuck with Joe. I've been knowing Joe for a while, right?
Yeah.
And Joe's always been a great brother, an amazing MC, amazing rapper. Always setting the bar. You know, and I do be like to kind of clear up sometimes. People be having their misconceptions about me. Like he said, I was bitter. You know, and it's like I'm not. I'm not bitter, bro. Like, I'm just observant, you know. I don't hold no grudges or nothing like that, but I'm gonna give you the facts. And you know, again, sometimes I don't like to publicize that stuff. Like, this was unplanned. Like, he was just in the comments and I hit him and I thought he was gonna talk about some Street Fighter shit. But that's what I be saying. I be trying to stay away from people's podcasts and shit like that. Cause I know when I get on there, I'm gonna say some shit. You know, I'm not finna sugarcoat it. I'm not finna do nothing. I'm finna tell it like it is. And that might make some people unpleasant. It might make some people a little in their feelings. But Joe know what's up. Joe cool. We ain't worried about that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't heard you. I haven't heard you in that realm for a minute. So you know, all the ITs. What's up, IT gang? FUB. I seen everybody checking in. I'm like, yo, yeah. I mean, but it was some very valid points, and it's cool just from the other side to get the gems y'all both were trading. Yeah. But it's also to hear the two different perspectives, right? Because we don't get to hear that all the time, right? We hear the fucked up situation. Obviously, we've known a little bit. You educated us on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A little bit, but we haven't heard it publicly, at least. So I was like, yo, let me tap in. You know, usually I usually watch the Lupe Fiasco live IG series. It's become part of my daily activity, right? You know,
well, it's adding value, IT. But
yeah, for sure, IT. You know, but what you said was 100%. Like, I want to know if he gets that book though. Like, now, you know,
if he get letter every month,
if he gets it, you know, I want to be on the fly on the wall because I want to hear what he says. Like, after he has to do what we do. But you know, like, it's amazing to see, you know, you were able to really stand your ground for that, because for us, we know what it's like. You know what I mean? So we know it's like, but how are you doing? Well, I know some of the updates. I watch the lives all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you good? Everything's well?
I'm good, IT. Like, I'm hanging in there. Can't complain. I was really worried about my man, like Soundtrack, you know?
He's good, or he's better, you said?
Yeah. And so to know he's good is cool, because that's the closest person to me that actually was affected by it, that actually contracted COVID-19 and the whole thing. You know, so he's kind of been on my mind, and it's strange how it's like, you know, you send somebody a text and they don't respond, you know, and that's like some of the last time that happened, it was my bro, and he was dead, you know. So it's funny, you send somebody a text and they don't respond. You waiting on them, you know. He didn't been, you know, he Soundtrack was like sedated this whole time, you know. So it was kind of like, fuck, man. I was asking this dude to loop up a beat for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on him to send me this beat loop back. I'm chilling, waiting on the beat to come back, and my man is like laid up. So, you know, but I'm good now. Like, I'm straight. I talked to him this morning. I'm good. My mom cool over there making hazmat suits and the crib.
Hey, she's ready, man. She's ready. But we definitely been playing for Soundtrack, man. My family, we seen that, and you know, so just know y'all in our prayers, brother.
Appreciate that, bro. But your fam cool, team good?
Nah, we good, man. We're adjusting. You know, they sent my ass home, so everybody's working from the house now, including my wife. The kids are getting homeschooled, so I can make use of this teaching degree finally, right? Because you know, I went through college and did all that, and it was like, yo, I really wasn't using that degree until now. So it's kind of cool to sit down and be with the kids a lot more. Right. But just embracing the time, man. You know where we at right now. You know, cats is reckless out here. So like you know, you have the Taipei, Saipei. These dudes out here, they don't go fuck, bro. Like they still out here. Right. They still out here. They still in the streets. Milwaukee right now, the body count's increasing. You know, they saying like they're running hospital beds. Both my parents and my younger brother, they work at the hospital. They're running out of beds.